versus the world. We may not be right, but we don't know what about. Versus the world. We don't fuck around. If we did, we found out we are drunks. Versus the world. We may not be right, but we don't know what about.
Welcome once again to another episode of the Drunks vs. the World podcast. My name is Lucas.
And I am Jason.
And I am Justin.
And this is episode
473.
Kind of feels out. I think it's actually 145.
145?
145, wow.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah,
Wow.
we got about 11 episodes and we'll hit the 3-year mark.
Wow. How about that?
3 year. How about that?
And the current date is Sunday, October 13th. And the current time is 4 p.m. as we are recording this. Just remember that if the police ask you about my whereabouts.
Yeah, we're gonna need that key.
On Sunday.
Someday.
There was something about a sandbox, 9-iron, and a buffalo. It was,
that was you, huh?
It was kind of creepy.
It's also daylight savings this weekend. So
Is it?
Remember to turn your clocks.
Is it really?
Fall back, yep.
Well,
I thought
so.
that didn't happen till November.
that's what I thought. But Kelly,
Let's look it up.
It shouldn't happen at all.
well,
They need to
I think
stop
this
with
is the last time they're
nonsense.
doing it, or this coming spring's the last time they're doing it. I think.
I hope
Is it?
so.
Yeah.
When
I mean, what's the point? What the fuck do you need it for?
Yeah, you don't didn't it have something to do with the farmers, or that was some excuse or whatever?
Yeah.
The farmers can just get up an hour earlier some spring or some arbitrary day.
Right. What the fuck do you need a whole...
I think I might be wrong. Fake news, guys. Sorry.
Is it?
I think it's
Jesus
November.
Christ.
November 3rd.
You suck.
Sorry, guys.
Well, we're less than a month away from it, though. So
We
we'll
just
give you
saved
that.
your ass from being late for work.
That fucking guy in the podcast said it was... Never listening to that
Blame
again.
that dick. We're cut these guys. Great. Piss off one guy that's 50% of our fucking listeners.
Yeah.
Actually, we're doing a lot better on fucking YouTube now than we are on fucking Spotify.
YouTube's probably the place to be.
The thing is, I don't do it. We don't do any videos. So all I do to it is I got our banner that I do need to fix. I got to go and redo it. But I just add it to that, and then I add the fucking video or the audio that's already been recorded. And
Yeah. What you should do is, it'd be a lot of work, but every topic we talk about, post a picture. Just have a picture up there. Like right now, you can have a picture of a clock because we're talking about daylight savings.
I thought about doing that, but the problem with that is that we jump around so much where we don't always have a set topic
Right. Then you'd have to change the picture.
every fucking time.
Right.
Because sometimes we just blab on about shit and we have 20 different fucking conversations going on, so we
Yeah.
gotta put 20 different pictures on it.
Yes.
I don't listen to the whole thing when I'm editing.
Well, maybe you should. What else are you doing?
Do you want to do it?
No.
I gotta start our wrestling fucking, our wrestling universe. Mm-hmm. I think I like Global Wrestling Alliance.
I think we should keep it WWE, but for those that don't know, we want to create characters on WWE 2K24 and create our own universe.
Yeah. I told you about that dude that fucking, had this Reddit thing where he wanted to do like a weekly show with 2K23. And I was totally down for it, but then before I even talked to the guy, I turned off my notifications. And then so one day I opened up the Reddit app and I was like, holy fuck, this guy messaged me back like 8 months ago. I gotta feel like a dick. Because I would have did it. I would have went in there.
Yeah.
But I told him, I was like, you know how much work you're going to have to do?
That's a big commitment.
You're looking at, you got to want to find somebody that does like the actual commentating. You're going to have to set up all this shit. It would have been you would have needed a team of people to do it. But it would have been cool to start like your own fucking YouTube channel for 2K24 or 2K23 wrestling. It would have been cool. So,
Do you guys follow any streamers?
I don't.
Gaming streamers?
I do. I haven't been on Twitch or whatever in a while, but when I do go on there, there's one in particular that I like, and then if he's not streaming, then I have a handful of others that I like to watch. But
We can actually put our YouTube videos on Twitch too, pre-recorded,
Do it.
but it's kind of pointless.
Yeah.
Because Twitch is mainly for streamers for video games, and you can see their face and everything. And we know how much you love fucking showing off your.
Not showing this.
you-
Turn it off. Turn it off.
dude. You walk around with that thing. So.
I know. Put a mask on, sir.
How was your week?
Not that good.
Eh?
Yeah.
That bad again, huh?
Yeah. A lot of traveling. Lots of traveling.
So, and they told you, oh, you're not gonna have to travel that far, that much. Now look at you.
Look at me now.
Yeah, you're like planes, trains, and automobiles. You're
Yeah.
you're selling fucking curtain rings.
rings.
Shower curtain rings, yeah.
How would that be? How could you do that? How would I mean? Go door to door and say, hey, you want, I can go to fucking Walmart and get them for get a pack of fucking 10 for like $12.
You ever hear that internet rumor about that movie? John Candy, he's carrying that big fucking case, and his wife is dead. So there's a rumor that says that's his wife that he's carrying around.
That's funny. I heard
Which
that.
is
I heard a thing that he was obviously was one of the nicest guys,
I love John Candy.
and
He was fantastic.
if you would go up to him and talk to him a little bit, he would have no problem talking to you. But if he asked you like who was your favorite actor, and if you said him, he'd give you $100 bill. And I was like, I never seen that fucker, so I don't care. He's my second favorite now. Maybe give me $50. So just a rough week, or not a rough, but just long.
Long,
Yeah.
busy, fucking. At least I'm not in Florida.
Oh my god.
Too soon.
no, it's the second hurricane in, so you're good.
But just like to have two like larger than normal hurricanes back to back like that.
Milton was a 5 until it hit shore, then it
I
dropped
don't
back
think it
down to
was
a
as
3.
bad as they thought it was going to
Yeah,
be.
they got lucky because it weakened.
Right when it hit.
Yep.
Yep.
But otherwise, yeah, they were saying like it had reached basically the theoretical maximum that it could that any hurricane could possibly reach over those water conditions.
They were thinking about possibly adding the category 6
Yeah, they
because
said-
of it.
They said
Has
if it
there
was
ever been a hurricane that's reached 6?
no, they
Or
don't.
They can't. 5 is the max.
Yeah,
Yeah,
five's the max right now, but they were talking like sustainable winds of like 185 miles per hour with gusts up to 200. They were talking about the stinger tail. You heard about that? It's the part at the end, like that when it would whip around, how it rotates. Mm-hmm. But this part would bring in just literally, it was just, how do I explain it? It was just a streamline of fucking wind. And it was faster than the shit that was in the middle. The fucking eye was tiny,
The
Yeah.
satellite images, it's just a big fucking.
But it was supposed to be a category 5, possibly a 6, and it ended up being a 3, which still is destructive.
yeah.
Yep.
So
Did you see that Lieutenant Dan guy?
was the
He's
guy?
on TikTok. He refused to leave his boat.
Oh yeah, I heard about
And
it.
he survived. I don't know if he ended up leaving or not, or if they made him leave.
He wouldn't leave his boat. And he,
That's crazy. I mean, people that are stubborn like that and have the means to go somewhere safe but don't, like, they end up costing.
His thing was, I don't think he had a home. I think
Okay.
I think he lived on his boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, then in that kind of scenario, I understand it. Then, I mean, he didn't really have much of a choice other than to what?
Yeah, that was
Get on
kind of, that's
land
what he
and
was
hoof it.
saying. Yeah,
I listened to this. I seen this guy. It must have been another TikTok, but it was posted on Facebook under one of the reels. And he was a National Guardsman, but they weren't activating National Guardsmen, activating anybody. And so this guy went in with two other people. One guy had a helicopter, and they were going in and helping people. Like up in the mountains, people that, like what they say, this one lady that they ended up helping and got her out of there she had an hour of oxygen left in her tank. So they fucking got her in the med because they couldn't reach like the people that are in the fucking mountains and shit from the first, what was that first fucking hurricane before Milton?
Helene.
Helene, yeah.
Yeah. And so this guy was talking about how fucking they weren't activating. Well, so what he had found out, so him as also a former military, and he was a current National Guard member. He didn't even get the fucking orders to go in. So when he had seen a bunch of guys, he was like, "Why the fuck aren't you guys?" He goes, "We can't. We don't have we can't take the fucking Blackhawks and all the Chinooks and all this shit to go help because they don't have the orders. They're on standby. They just don't have the orders." And this guy he understood that, but he was pissed off, and he was like, "This is what's going on." And he didn't. Obviously, you got all these assholes who put up their little fucking banner that says, this is what the Biden administration is doing.
Yeah, they're seeding the clouds.
But that's not it. When it comes to the state, it's not the Biden administration. It's the governors. It's up to the governors to activate the fucking guard.
Yep.
In order for them to go ahead and do it. And some of them did get activated, but it wasn't like the helicopters and shit. It was like ground troops, which was. I did feel bad. I felt really bad because there's people that have fucking died because of they couldn't get to where they needed to go.
They, not to get too more. Was there been a death count from Milton?
Not that I
I
can
know
remember.
Helene had like
A few
over
hundred.
100, right?
Yeah,
think
it was
so.
a couple hundred, I thought.
Yeah. So
I think that's why Katrina was so bad because of how unprepared they were for it. I don't think they expected it to be as bad as it was in Bush.
New
Kind of
Orleans
fucked up.
got fucked in that one.
It was I don't know. That was probably a category
That was a 4 or 5, I think.
I think it was probably 3 or 4 because it wasn't so much
that.
the hurricane that caused, or I mean, it caused it, but it was the levees that broke. Like
Yeah.
because of where they are located, without those levees, like it was.
Well, it was starting to head out back to sea, and then it fucking stopped and came back.
It sounds, yeah.
Because it stayed longer than it was supposed to, if I remember
The
right.
government moved it back.
Yeah. I seen some lady, some dumbass on Facebook was posting the reasons behind these fucking, and they were blaming all the oil drillers, offshore oil drillers and shit. They're blaming that for our hurricanes. I'm like, yeah, it has to do with fucking hot and cold and fucking water. And yeah, it's not because somebody was drilling, you fucking tard.
Yeah.
It's because of warmer water temperatures.
Biden's fault.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's Trump's fault.
Yeah.
Lucas, how was your week?
My week wasn't bad. It was boring. Well, no, not so much boring. It was relaxing, I guess. I didn't have anything
nice
like
and relaxed.
Yeah. I
What are
didn't
you
have
doing?
anything major at work until yesterday, but that was planned.
Yeah. Well, hey.
So I just played a lot of Assassin's Creed Origins.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I didn't do anything. I didn't do a fucking thing. That's why my fucking updates are never interesting. Hey, did I tell you I went to Williston?
Oh, God. Here we go.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me all. Well, that place is fucking burning, too.
Close. It's north of there. It's by,
Wildfires.
yeah. And it's fucking destroyed like almost 100,000 fucking
I was wondering. I was
acres.
thinking about you. I bet he was just there, and now it's
And we actually,
Big coincidence.
honestly,
yeah, big coincidence.
punk, cigarette out the window probably did.
Right on your little booze fucking cruise.
We were in Montana. It was a
Wow.
Montana roadie, and it's not even in Montana. It's in northern North Dakota.
Yeah,
It's up by like Wild Rose and Ray and shit. I've seen pictures of it. Holy fuck.
Yeah, there's.
I don't even think it's done yet.
I don't know.
I don't think it's quite contained. I know that there's people from southern North Dakota sending up grain and shit up north to help with the rehoming of certain, not rehoming, but kind of
Rehoming.
moving fucking animals and shit, like cattle and horses and whatever. So,
Yeah, nobody thinks of the pets during these hurricanes, and there's gonna be a lot of pets that.
can you?
gone.
I wonder how many fucking pythons fucking
Ugh.
moved out
Oh God.
and got thrown up a little bit further north than they're supposed
Yeah.
to be.
It does kind of make you a little thankful living up here.
No. No.
There's got to be somewhere with that. Just maybe Tennessee.
I
is
was-
perfect
yeah, I
in
was
that
think- I was thinking
perfect
Tennessee,
spot.
too.
No tornadoes.
Yeah,
Not
but
as
it's
bad,
it's
though.
not as bad as
Still.
yeah.
They were showing fucking videos.
California. Well, they got the
The-
fires.
They were showing fucking videos of the
Earthquakes,
tornadoes
too.
that were in Florida. They're like, the tornadoes here aren't, I mean, they're not rare here. But anything from like an F3 and up is rare. I was like, fuck, F1, F2, piece of cake. F3 is when you got to start worrying about shit. F4s, probably look up, don't be in a vehicle. F5, that's a figure of God right there,
Tennessee,
dude.
Kentucky, I think that would be all right
Yeah.
year round.
But Bears, Lucas,
Bears.
I suppose you'd live in a city, so wouldn't have to worry
Yeah, I would
about
have
bears.
to live in a city.
I don't think Tennessee's got a big bear problem, do they?
In the fucking
In the
mountains.
the Appalachians.
They got a lot of black bear up that way.
I suppose.
Not like black bear. If you get one that's a regular size, you can probably kick its ass. But they're
Yeah, okay.
Hey, there's some that I mean, they say fucking just act bigger than it and make a lot of noise and
Yeah.
it'll scare it off. It's the grizzlies, those motherfuckers you got to worry about.
I think there's just really nothing you can do.
It's a grizzly bear,
situation.
of course.
Did I tell you about my fucked up dreams I had this week?
No, but I totally want to hear it now.
One of them was, so when I go out to work, sometimes I bring my dog with, Lenny, and I'll find a gravel road and, take him go potty. Mm-hmm. And my dream was, I was at my old farm on a gravel road taking him potty. And then all of a sudden I see mountain lions to my right, way out in the distance.
No.
And I'm like, damn near a half mile from my car.
Holy shit.
And I didn't run, but I kind of slowly just walked fast, and they kind of were following me. And I kind of walked a little faster. I looked to my left. All of a sudden, there's another pack of mountain lions.
Oh
They
my
didn't chase me or
gosh.
anything. And I got closer to my car, and then I woke up and couldn't really sleep well after that.
Yeah, I bet. I hate those when you wake up and you're still like, because you're feeling like that tense
Yep.
situation.
Yeah.
And you're,
It just felt so real, too.
ugh.
Then the dream I had afterwards, the next night, was I was in jail, sitting in a cell. So,
Were you hanging?
But,
were you hanging out with Diddy on that one?
no.
No.
I had a big space. It was a big
So you got your own suite?
But, I must have.
Must have been in North Dakota then. That thing about the Lenny and the mountain lions, I could see how that'd be fucking creepy. That's why, I mean, depending on where you're at, yes, there are some around here, but they're very few and far between. But all they're doing is they're coming from fucking that way south, and they're moving their way up to fucking towards like northern Minnesota, Canada. They don't want to stick around here. There's nothing around here for them.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, I sent you that message that one night about that one that
Yeah.
was literally in your neighborhood.
Yep.
And there was one over by Lucas's house that was like down by the bottoms of the Cheyenne River. They're just cruising through. They don't want nothing to do with us. They want to go up north. But
Still though, if you're
Oh, yeah.
wrong place, wrong time.
that's why I would totally I'd bring a gun, bring a little 45 or a little 9, something like that. And if you see one, don't do nothing. But if it starts fucking take a couple pot shots at that fucker. It'll see you later.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you see those YouTube videos of like that one dude that hiker was on a fucking gravel road up in the mountains, and the fucking thing was stalking him.
Yep.
And then it kept kind of doing the jump at him, and he was like, "Fuck you, dude! Get away! Fuck you, dude!" And he kept
Yeah.
saying that. I'm like,
He started throwing rocks at it.
yeah,
right?
because he didn't
Yeah.
have anything. And then next video you watch, there's this guy. He was out in the middle of nowhere, and this fucking thing charged him, and he fucking had his little handgun, took a couple shots at it, it fucking took off.
Terrifying. Would you rather be burnt alive or mauled by a mountain lion?
Mountain lion, I'd have a chance.
Yeah, that's exactly my reasoning too.
Because
Yeah.
you'll scare them off before they'll fucking.
The burning alive.
What if you're
like,
locked in this garage with it? You're gonna die. That
In this
But I
garage?
I still have that one chance.
No.
Like maybe I get a lucky.
I don't know if you stop, drop, and roll.
In this garage,
if you're on fire.
there's knives over here.
Yeah.
There's pool sticks around here. I'll kill that motherfucker before
Well-
it gets to me.
And I guess even from my perspective, I'm thinking of it like in either scenario, I'm gonna die. Like
What-
in the outcome is guaranteed. Like in this hypothetical, that I will die in one of these scenarios.
Right.
But at least with the mountain lion one, I would have that in the moment. I would have that like I have a fighting chance.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
With the fire, stop, drop, and roll, and you're still going to end up with like at least second degree burns.
And it's
Yeah.
gonna be like the most incredible pain. Ugh.
Yeah. With a mountain lion, you could, like you said, there's weapons in here. You grab a pool stick, there's fucking knives over there. Fucking do whatever you can. There's enough shit in there to start swinging at the motherfucker to where it's gonna leave you alone until you can get that door open
Yeah.
for it to fucking take off, and they will.
That should have been a thing on Saw, the movie. You're locked in with this mountain lion. You have to get out.
You're locked
I
in
wanna
there.
play a game.
You're locked in there with P Diddy and R Kelly. And R Kelly, you're getting pissed on by one, and you're gonna get fucked by the other one. Which one is it?
You need to get out. No.
How do you get out? You can call 50 Cent.
Yeah.
He'll help you out of there.
Yeah.
No, I'd take the mountain lion.
Yeah. It's a tough call.
Okay, here's the question now: mountain lion, black bear, badger. Go. You have to fight one of them.
Probably a badger.
Badger.
Think so?
Yeah.
Those little fuckers are meaner
Well,
than fucking.
So are mountain lions and bears.
Yeah.
They're bigger too.
Badgers aren't scared of shit. They're like Wolverines, dude. Wolverines go out. They steal food from fucking grizzly bears. Wolverines, they just got bad attitudes. So you'd take a badger? I think I would
so.
too.
I'll fucking step on that.
But what if have you seen them?
Yeah.
They'll fucking climb right up your leg and start chewing on your fucking throat.
Yeah. Those honey badgers are fucking mean.
Honey badger.
Those ones
don't care.
those ones in fucking Africa, those honey.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're wild too.
Yeah. What about you, Pookie?
I'd have to go with the badger.
Badger?
Yep.
Yeah, I think badger would be the way to go. Mm-hmm.
A Tyrannosaurus Rex.
And
Or I don't know.
but well,
going with I don't know.
I'll take the second one.
Couldn't think of anything.
Tyrannosaurus Rex versus a hippo versus a crocodile. And we're talking the big saltwater motherfuckers, the ones that get like 25, 30 feet long.
T-Rex, they're fucking huge.
Yeah, but you can dodge them, bob and weave those motherfuckers. They can't grab you with anything.
Yeah, I would say the T-Rex. Are we talking about which would win amongst
Yeah.
those, or which would we
I
want to
didn't-
be killed by?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, let's put them in a fucking trio, fucking vicious three-way fight.
in a fight, I would say that the T-Rex wins on land and the hippo wins if it's in water. Because I don't think the T-Rex could probably swim.
True. But then you got the croc. Well, the crocs do get killed by fucking hippos.
Yeah, hippos are
they
monsters.
they kill more fucking people in Africa than fucking AIDS.
Yeah.
You just
Off topic. I don't know why I thought of this. You had a dog. You had dogs. You ever brush their teeth?
No.
I have not. No, I always would just buy like the dental bones
that's
or
what I would
whatever,
too.
and then if it really needed a cleaning, I would probably have a vet do it or
Yeah.
something.
Which is like $1,000. But
What?
oh yeah,
Bring them into one of those
you
fucking
got to put them to sleep.
doggy daycare things.
Just set up an appointment with a dentist. say my name is Lenny.
I have an appointment for Lenny Schumacher. Okay, yeah.
If Lenny gets up, he wouldn't get up on
What
that
is
chair.
this? All right, what? What?
You're probably gonna have to gas him.
Yeah.
He's not
Okay,
gonna
you can
sit
guess.
still.
Yeah, I understand.
Might need to gas me a little bit too.
Do dogs' teeth?
What the fuck?
Doesn't say anything that you
discrimination.
can't. Sir, get out of here.
Yeah, sir, we're gonna have to have you leave. This is a sterile environment.
Yeah.
The dog's cleaner than I am. I'll tell you that, sir.
Leave like a review on Google. Like, wouldn't clean my dog's teeth.
Worst dentist
One
ever.
star.
1 star. That's fucked up. No, I would think that some of these places that do dog groomings, you would think that they do it. They
I
probably
think you
have.
have to go to a vet.
I don't know.
I think
There we go. Drunks
Because-
versus the world. Dog dentist.
cleaning,
Doggy dentist.
doggy dentist.
Yep. All we're gonna do is we're gonna trank you and fucking grab the Colgate. Maybe $1,000, please.
I've tried doing it with Lenny. He won't do it. Then the toothpaste gets smeared all over his face. Like, fuck.
I can just see Letty
Yeah.
just fucking foaming at the mouth, barking at you.
Yeah. He's like, no. No.
Yeah. Poor Lenny. See what you put him through? Now I can understand why he hates you.
Well, he can go find someone else then. If you would have lived in this earth 100 years ago, you'd be out in the fucking fields.
That poor little dog.
Fighting for food.
Can you imagine being like 1800s? Got a pet dog. All of a sudden it's gone one day. Your parents can't say it ran away. No, motherfucker probably got eaten by something.
Yeah. It's never been a better time to be a dog than right now.
Well, yeah. Well, and
It's
then,
true.
you know, you got I seen this video. It was of Tommy Lee in his backyard, and his maid was out there doing something, or housekeeper or whatever. And all of a sudden, this fucking coyote. Tommy has this like a little chihuahua or something. This fucking coyote jumped his fucking fence, went in, grabbed his fucking dog, and took off. And fucking,
Yeah, those coyotes are. You don't want to fuck with them either.
yeah, they'll leave. They will leave you alone.
Yeah.
Unless there's a couple of them, then they might.
Yeah.
I had a buddy of mine who's tried telling me this story. This is fucking. Sorry, Ryan, if you fucking listen to this, I don't give a shit because I'm pretty sure you're a fucking liar. He tried telling me that he was. Can't remember where he was driving from away or coming home or whatever from somewhere, and he hit a fucking coyote with his vehicle. And he went out to go check to see if it's dead, and it jumped up, and he fought it, and he had to choke it out.
Oh, whatever.
Please.
Yeah. I was like, okay, we didn't see any fucking marks on him, or I'm like, you're gonna tell me that
Who the fuck would tell a story like that?
dude, this is the same guy that he's the one-upper.
Yeah.
You know, I just bought a Lamborghini. Me too, but mine's gold-plated.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I was at the International Space Station. I went to the moon.
Yeah.
He's a one-upper.
Yeah.
But he told us that story. I was like, I don't fucking believe you one bit. I thought, great story to tell. And honestly, if it's going to happen to anybody, it would happen to him because he's
You know, I think I found the cure to cancer.
yeah, me too, and AIDS.
Yeah.
You know, that's just how he was.
Did you see Tesla's new robots?
Oh my God.
They're
What
20 to
it's-
30 grand for a robot who can do pretty much
It's never going to
anything.
happen. That's the thing. Like, once again, for the 9th year running, he's announced full self-driving next year. It's
Yeah.
right around the corner. It's next year.
Oh, you talking about his fucking the robot, or are you talking about his car?
It was
the taxi
There's two
cab.
different.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the Robo van, and then there's the Robo taxi.
See,
He's got the models made, but
Yeah, but that's just it. They're just concept cars. They wouldn't look like that. First off, that fucking Robo van has 0 street clearance. It's literally
Yeah.
like an inch off the ground.
here's the other problem with it is, first of all, Google Earth and Google Street View is garbage. It's only covered maybe 10% of every fucking street in the United States.
it's probably better in metropolitan areas than around here.
Right, I get that, but on top of it, you'd have to be ballsy as shit to get into that. Something like that is where you want fucking human interaction.
Yeah, I
Fuck
wouldn't
no.
be comfortable in one
So
of those.
at that point, he's just just dropping money. But I guarantee you, there's ulterior motives with it, like
It's
automated tanks and shit like that.
it's just like their full self-driving, their automation stuff is so far behind every other company that does stuff like this. Like, they're doing their robot, that they're hyping up. It was all the rage at this whatever
Yeah, it was like a
Some rapper
event
had
was.
some rapper apparently had a fucking full-on conversation with it, but I don't know how true that is either.
yeah. They talk and interact with you.
Yeah, but he said that he had a conversation with it that you couldn't tell. I mean, obviously through the voice you could tell, like listening to the voice, the sound of it, you could tell it was AI or a software, but it was such an ongoing conversation that you couldn't tell. Now, I've heard some of those fucking AI fucking like I can't remember what it was for. Somebody was making an appointment, or I had to make an appointment.
Oh
with
yeah,
somebody.
like an assistant, the AI assistant.
Yeah, and that shit, I couldn't. The only reason why I could tell is because of the trailing off of some words. You could actually kind of tell that it was not an actual person, and that was fucking cool. Because any other person, you'd be like, really? Okay, all right. It sounded cool, but I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you,
But
Lucas.
Tesla's whole thing, like Musk's whole thing at this point, the whole event is vaporware. He's selling stuff that he does not. He knows that they are not going to be able to deliver, and the only reason he does this is to try and keep the stock price afloat or to pump it. That's what he ideally wants to do. That's because it's worked. It's always worked for 10 years. It's worked, but people are starting to catch on now.
Get a stick.
The day after the event, before trading had even opened on the stock market, Tesla's stock was down 6%, and it dipped, or it fell like, I think day to day it fell like almost 16% or something, because it was, people were laughing watching it.
But they can laugh at him all they want. He's laughing all the way to the bank with government grants and fucking private sector grants and all this shit.
It's not going to happen. Like,
Don't
this
let
is
him
all.
keep doing it.
I don't think they will with him. I think, honestly, he's being manipulated by like foreign interests. I think he's a
100%.
foreign
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not one company that's. I mean, I guarantee you, Bezos has got the same shit in his ear. These guys that are fucking working in technology, you can't tell me that they're specifically only going to do it just for the United States and blah blah blah. There's so many that are fucking, you know, look at Japan, look at China. Mm-hmm. You know, honestly, when it comes to technology, I would take fucking something fucking from Japan or China before I take something from here. To be honest with you. The only thing that I would take from here is, you know, when you look at is Lockheed Martin, Boeing, things like that. I mean,
Well, not Boeing.
Yeah, not so much.
not Boeing
right
anymore,
now.
but I mean, you know what I'm saying? Look at that stealth fighter that we have. Mm-hmm. That motherfucker was built with stealth in mind. They got 3 different versions of it, and that was built here. But this, if you go to like, from what I understand, if you go to like Hong Kong and places like that, they are so. The society and the fucking cities are so much more technologically advanced than if you go to, say, New York or fucking Las Vegas, you know, places like that. We are so behind on a ton of shit.
Is there a competitor or a big competitor to Lockheed Martin, or do they have a stranglehold on the fucking weapons industry?
Oh,
like on
no,
the
there's-
major weapon,
there-
army.
I think like Raytheon or something is another one.
There's some, but I believe, I think when you start thinking, look, you know, you got Lockheed Martin, then they have Skunk Works is their black site fucking, like they're the ones that are actually working on. Remember when everybody was like, oh, it's a UFO, and it was a triangle UFO,
Yeah,
and it was the fucking stealth bomber that they were seeing, and it took them
I'm
what?
thinking the U.S. gets all their weapons from manufactured
it's
by
US.
Lockheed
Oh
Martin.
yeah. And again, Boeing and whoever. There's jet propulsion laboratories all over.
Maybe that's the market we need to get into.
get into building weapons.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Let's do it.
Some money in that.
All right. I mean,
Let's go.
Lockheed's
Going to
gotta
the
be doing pretty good.
Going to the bank. Yeah, we need $4.3 billion.
$1
Yeah, probably.
For what? We want to be the next best fucking weapon company.
We want to improve upon the atomic bomb.
dude,
Or, I don't know what the most powerful is.
we
now,
get
but-
put out of business by Nerf.
Nerf.
yeah.
Nerf would be like,
Nerf
listen,
should. Yeah, they should. Yeah,
they got some
get in
cool
on
shit.
fucking
I got a
weapon,
Nerf
yeah.
gun upstairs that actually kind of hurts when you get hit with
be the
it.
CEO of Nerf. We need to think bigger. Let's make real weapons. now you're thinking.
That
now you're
would be
talking.
funny.
We start our own. You know, we could become arms dealers.
Yeah, like Lord of War.
Because, dude, there is some of the shit when they do it fucking legally. If they buy the shit legally and sell it legally is one thing. But when they're turning around, what they don't fucking like is when they turn around and make it, when they're selling to everybody, both sides. That's when
Yeah.
people get really fucking, because look at what that Russian fucking dude that we traded for Griner, is all.
Yep, he's right back in it.
Yep, he's right back into that shit. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Right?
How do you keep contacts like that with
Right?
while you've already been caught? Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think that it.
Where do you apply to become an arms dealer?
You buy it.
It's all about who you know.
You ever seen that? What is it? Dogs of War? It has that fucking. What the hell is his name? Miles Teller and fucking Jonah Hill.
No, I never saw it. I know what you're talking about, though.
Dude, I think if I remember, I believe it's not based on fact, but it's based on a true story. So there's a lot of bullshit that kind of happened, but they fucking did it right. But how is it that all of a sudden you make all this fucking money and then he quits and then fucking 3 months later he's back to giving massages? You tell me that you didn't save a little bit of money, just a little bit.
Who was giving massages?
Miles Teller's fucking character.
His character. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah. Not
No, I thought you were talking about someone specific in real life, and I was like, I missed part of this.
in the movie. I heard it's based on true events or real fact or whatever. And the one guy got fucking screwed over, and through like 3 months later into it or whatever, the guy's back to fucking give him massages. How do you piss away all this money that you're making just to, get fucked
Yeah, I
over?
don't know.
But
It happens.
drugs versus the world, arms trading.
That's right. That's the idea.
See,
Fuck the food trucks and the sports gambling and the games. Let's weapons.
yes, gun trucks. We sell guns out of the truck.
Hey,
there
now
you
we're
go.
talking.
Yeah.
That's got fucking legs.
I wonder. We're gonna have to look into this. Is it legal?
I mean, this is America, right?
Right.
Fucking Second Amendment. What amendment? Second Amendment. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Here's a hot dog and your AR you
Yeah,
ordered.
and a grenade.
Yeah.
Well, I guess not grenades, but
That's a great idea.
would you like a free hot dog with that AR?
Or a free
Complimentary hot dog?
It's not free.
It's a complimentary AR with the
hot dog?
hot dog.
Yeah.
The hot dog just costs $1,700.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it off air. We have a business meeting.
Can we get that with mustard? Sure. Here's your extra clip.
Yeah.
And it's a 30-round clip. Yeah. Throw a little bit of sauerkraut on there. Oh, he's asking for a bump stock. Throw that fucker in there with him.
Throw that fucker in.
Yep. You hear about these guys who are fucking. They're using fucking 3D printing to build fucking those triggers and bump stocks and shit. Listen, I'm not. You know how I am about the fucking Second Amendment, but you know what? If the fucking part is illegal, don't do it.
Yeah.
You know, if I was to have a fucking AR sitting in here right now and the fucking somebody came in and said, I'm taking your gun because blah, blah, the fuck you are, because you're not I wouldn't do that shit. I wouldn't put a fucking, I can't remember what kind of trigger they're called, but that trigger or the bumps, and bump stocks technically they're not banned here. They're banned in like fucking, I think
They
California.
tried to ban them, I thought. I don't know.
I don't know.
I could be
Maybe they did, but if they did, I mean, that's just one thing that you know what? If I'm going to own a gun, it's going to be legal. Like, I seen people walking around with fucking, not walking around, but with sawed-off shotguns. You don't want to shoot that fucker. That fucker,
it's dangerous.
they will hurt. If you're not paying attention and you pop that fucker off, bank,
Yep.
you know? Or you got these guys who take like a fucking 45 and make it into a fully automatic. Really, you're just taking a fucking gun that's meant to be held like this, you know, and whoops, I just fucking killed 13 other people. You know?
Sorry. Oh.
We are watching a little bit of college football.
Yeah.
So,
But I think I heard you say if you had an AR.
if I had one.
Which you don't.
No, I don't.
We are entirely defenseless in Studio
Well,
204.
got these
Yeah.
right here.
We got those guns.
We got
Got a
those
couple
guns.
of guns right here.
Thank
huh?
God, yeah, those things holstered. 'Cause,
Just fucking don't fuck with me.
no, you're always gonna have some fucking asshole who's got to fucking just put something to the edge, like even a car. You know, you got these guys who'll fucking take a car and, like in fucking California, they'll do so much to their car where it's technically not street legal. Well, they gotta have their car fucking emission tested once a year. Okay, how are you gonna fucking? It's a government fucking requirement. So if somebody, say, in a shop passes the vehicle knowing that it's fucking not gonna pass at all, like straight pipes,
Yeah.
why the fuck, why do it? Oh, get more power. You don't get that much power. There ain't that much fucking more shit that is exhaust that's getting restricted to give you that much more power to where it makes you fucking willing to give your vehicle fucking up. You know, cops come to fucking take it from you. It's just stupid.
Yeah. That reminds me, I had a thought earlier this week. You don't see people.
Here we go.
Like back in my day, we had people in their shitty cars with just subwoofers. You don't
used
see
to
that
have-
anymore. There's not
you
people
really don't.
blasting their car.
They're out there just.
It's not as common as
Yeah,
it was.
Right.
I used to have them. I used to have.
I hated that.
I did
loved
too.
I hated it.
just-
Especially if you were sitting in the car. You can't even
Oh, yeah.
think.
I used to have a set of 12s in my red 84 Trans Am. New speakers from front to back, 2 amps, CD
Yeah.
changer, the whole
The
9 yards.
speakers are cool, but once you get the
That was so much fun. But I mean, I listen to different type of music than the stuff that would.
but
And,
you'd crank it and your car would just fucking rattle.
oh yeah, loved it.
Everybody else around
Loved
you.
it.
would
I
shit.
hated it.
And you thought you were so fucking cool.
Well, the
and
car-
you were not.
The car was cool.
I was cool.
We were talking
I had the-
shit about you.
I had the
Yeah, we were. We were
you
making-
pussies drive around your
Yeah.
Geo Prisms. I had a Trans Am.
I had an 80 Malibu, okay?
Yeah. I had a
So,
It was pretty awesome.
Pontiac Grand Prix.
well, mine was a Pontiac too, but mine was on the right side of, cool.
Yeah. Well,
Speaking of old stuff,
What? Don't you
there's
dare.
what Jay said.
there was an interesting Ask Reddit thing this week, and it was the question was addressed to children of the 80s. Was it actually normal for you for your parents to just let you go out and like do whatever, like without
Yeah.
yeah. And that extended because I was 80s and 90s, and yeah, that was completely normal. And now it's really
They got to know where you're at all
all
times.
times, and
Things
like,
have changed. I mean, where I lived, where I was born, and where I lived when we were growing up, we lived out, about a mile out of town, and we had to go to a prairie school. And there was a couple of kids that lived by, so I'd be like, hey, I'm going to go up to Greg's. Okay. See, but then, after that, we moved to Montana for a year, and I was in junior high or middle school, so I was in 7th grade. See you later. Yep, see you later. Come, make sure I was home before the street lights came on. Okay. Came home, came to Williston, started going to school in town. As long as my homework was done. See you later. Yep. When you
Trust that you came back.
Oh yeah, fuck, dude. We'd be jumping out the fucking bridge into the muddy. We'd have parties out in the middle of a fucking county road. We were doing whatever the fuck we wanted.
Now, would you let your kid do that today?
My kid's 19.
Yeah, I
now.
know, but hypothetically,
So-
if you had a teenager.
With Emma, so with my 2 other kids, my son I couldn't because he's disabled, and my oldest daughter, she did whatever the fuck she wanted, but
She had her.
unfortunately I didn't have control over that because I wasn't allowed to be around him for some stupid fucking reason. Anyway, long story. But with Emma, kind of yes and no. She always let us know what she was going to do. Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm going to go to the mall. All right, see you later. Or we drop her off at the mall. She'd hang out with her friends until we had to go pick her up. There's a couple times where she got on her bike and rode there, and that would get me a little iffy, but because
I think kind of the main difference now is where that kind of cutoff line is for as kids. For us, it was common, 8 or 9 years old, and you would just be outside wherever you wanted.
Oh,
like
fuck.
where nowadays, for 8, 9 year olds, it's like No, you stay,
Yeah.
In the yard or something.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're with,
Where
an older person.
where we lived, again, fuck, dude, we come inside the house. It's fucking go outside and play. Mom, it's 100 degrees outside. I don't care. Drink some water. Go outside. Okay. Next thing you know, we're down at the Tower of Wheels, which was this little place about a half a mile away from our house. We're in the fields fucking playing, and it was great back then.
Was your prairie school one of those schools, just one building in one big room, one of those, or was it
Kind
with
of
all the grades?
So
in the same room?
originally the place was a church.
Yeah.
The original building had just 2 rooms that were actually cut off by just some big doors. The basement there was the lunchroom, and then but there had modulars.
They
You know
were-
the modular.
Yeah.
Okay. They had 2 modulars out there.
Okay.
So we, first and second grade were in one modular, third and fourth were in another, fifth and sixth were in the main building, and then seventh and eighth went to this other school called Pioneer, but they closed that. And so where we lived, if Dan had to say take the bus, he would have had to go to like fucking Grenora, or somebody drive him into town. But it was
15 miles through snow,
dude.
Both ways.
both ways.
It was about 15 miles to that school.
Yeah.
We showed when we were. I told you I went to Williston, right?
No shit.
Yeah, I was there.
Wow.
On our way for our Montana roadie, I showed Kelly, I pinpointed it. I said, that's where we went to school. Kelly was like, holy fuck, you weren't lying. You did go to a fucking prairie school. And it was no shit. I mean, we'd be sitting there playing fucking football or soccer, and somebody'd be fucking moving their herd of cattle from one fucking pasture to the other, and they're, not even 50 yards away from us.
Yeah. Yep.
When I was growing up, we also called special ed the prairie school, but we didn't have an entire building for it.
The funny thing was
It
about
was a high level education.
the good thing is about us, we weren't pussies like the kids that went to school and fucking. When we played football, like tackle, we weren't allowed to play tackle football, but we did anyway. We were fucking playing stubble fields.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah, those fields weren't
No,
up to code.
we played softball or whatever, and if you were gonna slide, you were gonna have some serious road rash, or you were gonna break. I broke my fucking collarbone sliding. We used to play this game called Trip on the basketball court, which was nothing but concrete, a big concrete slab, and it would turn into ice. And it was kind of like Red Rover type of deal, but the difference is each person, people would start at one end and they would try to run to the other side. And the person in the middle, if you could trip somebody, then you were good to go. But they had to say, fucking, you know how many broken arms and fucking.
We had a game similar to that. Prisoner's Base is what we called it.
Oh,
And they had to ban that from our school because of how
yeah, but you went to school with like 4
Shit.
fucking people in your class.
23.
Yours was even, actually, your class was still bigger than mine.
Yeah, our school was bigger than yours. Prairie fucking school.
Round Prairie, it was called District 8.
Round Prairie.
Yeah, it
Learned a lot there.
Yeah, it was a good
Yeah.
time. And then we.
You hillbillies. Man. I grew up in civilization.
Oh, here we go.
Well, yeah,
Town of
see,
7,000.
like I
You're
said,
so educated.
those fucking city kids were pussies. Remember?
Yeah. Did you have to wear a suit and tie every day too?
I've
I
never
bet you
worn a
had.
suit and tie.
I bet you had milk that wasn't expired at your school, did you?
Maybe.
And then you hear about these kids that go to school now, and they got fucking like some of their schools have like a little coffee shop. Mm-hmm, they have, and then they have 4 different items that you can get for lunch, or you can go just get like a sandwich made. I'm like, really? When we went to school, you ate what the fuck was given to you, or you didn't eat.
Yeah.
You know?
If I had a kid and I was in a big city and I had the money and the option to have my kid go to a private school, I think I'd be one of those guys that'd be like, no, you're going to public school.
I would too.
I would go to have them go to public
We're not
school.
going to.
You're
You're going to learn what.
Well, you learn better fucking social skills.
You do.
Yes.
You know, these kids that are harbored and fucking just protected against public. I went to a fucking shitty public school in Seattle, Washington. And that fucking school, just because I was Native American, I was half Native American, they made us go to made me and Christy, my sister, go to a fucking class based on Native American culture like 2 or 3 times a week. We had to go in there and learn how to bead and how to make fucking dream catchers and learn about. First of all, we're on the wrong side of the fucking country to learn about our tribe. Mm-hmm. I think it was like Algonquins or whatever is on the fucking West Coast.
Yeah, I fucking hate Algonquins.
So I'm like, we're prairie Indians. We're not like those motherfuckers who, you know, it was just weird. And I felt like, you know, they should have given us an option. Yes, you can go to this or no. But
Yeah.
anyway,
What are you going to do?
fucking bastards. Anyway, gentlemen, we are sitting at about that time. Justin, is there anything you'd like our listeners to know?
Yeah, invest in Nerf.
Nerf.
You're going to
Yes.
be rich and thank
Yep.
me in 10 years.
In 10 years, you're going to be wanting Nerf.
Yes.
How about you,
Nerf stock.
you, Lucas?
If you have illicit weapons that you want to sell, let me know. Contact.
Put a comment in the...
drunksversustheworld.com or at gmail.com. Just send us an email. We'll get back with you.
Yep.
And I just wanted you guys to know that you can listen to us on Spotify and all the other places you can find podcasts and YouTube. Just reach out, send a comment, subscribe, and tell your friends.